Hey, there we are. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Oh, look at that chart. Looks so nice. Look at Dutch here, looking so nice himself. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live Dig AMA. Beats here, coming to you live via YouTube with the help of Kata to host Dig developer Dutch to talk all about his project. What's up, Dutch?
How we doing? Thanks for having me.
Oh man, thanks for being here. We enjoy having you, and we want to hear all about this project because you were telling me a little bit about it the other day, and I was just like, "Whoa, there's like so much to this." So I wanted to hear more. Special welcome to the Coin Hunt Crew fans. If you've already liked and subscribed to this channel, please do. I guess great, and if you didn't, please do that now. And you can keep up to date with some more Dig updates and Dig content and whatever else we come up with. Let's get to Dutch. Dutch, how you doing? You want to talk
dream,
Dig?
man. Living the dream, man. I got my second boy on the way any day, so he didn't come right now. So I'm on this AMA. Life's about to be turbo in a little bit, but building, DJing, doing shit, just out here grinding.
That would be very memorable if your child is born on camera.
Well, I'm repping the Eagles hat because this boy's gonna come on the Super Bowl. It's gonna be a coin toss or a baby.
Okay. Nice. So buried down in the script of what we were going to talk about, I was like, if we get to it, I'm going to ask him who he's got in the Super Bowl. But there you go.
Clearly, Saquon
nice.
Barkley.
There you go. All right, good. So the people that are watching this, partially because they already know Coin Hunt Crew, know that I'm near Philadelphia. So
there we
awesome.
Go.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Good stuff, Dutch. We're off to a great start.
Let's go, dude. Let's fucking go. Go Birds.
Yeah.
Go Birds. This is a rabbit coin, but go Birds.
We just lost all the Midwest, but that's all.
I'm in Denver. I can meet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
nice.
I can shit talk some Kansas City.
Fantastic. All right, well, we're gonna do some real digging today because you started talking to me about all sorts of stuff. You put in some stuff in here too, but you mentioned like Farcaster, Clanker. And the stuff that you're going to talk about too. Why don't you take it away and just give us at least like the people who just want to get in and out and want to know just what the hell's Dig. Why don't you give them what they want and then we can go from there.
Yeah, Dig is a animal meme AI project. So it covers every bucket you could ever want to search for. It comes from Clanker. It's on base, fortunate or unfortunate for you degens and where you want to be. The great thing about base now is you don't have to hold Ethereum to get base coins. For all you OGs holding Ethereum, I'm sorry. For all of you Solana degenerates, it's very easy to bridge to base ETH on Phantom Wallet. You can do it in Coinbase and other platforms, but just use Phantom Wallet. You can bridge right to base, and you can buy Dig then from that. You don't have to hold Ethereum for a long time, because why would you? And essentially, what we've gone and created is a project here that's scraped up on 100K market cap, just out of fun. I built an NFT community on Farcaster, which is a social media platform for crypto. It's actually on the blockchain. So you get a unique Ethereum ID on base for being on Farcaster. So it incentivizes tipping of certain kinds of coins. There's a lot of building happening on Farcaster where, X is raw degeneracy, pump and dump, maybe pump and hold some stuff. Farcaster and base is unfortunately or fortunately build long term. How do we build stuff? So that's where I have a community. I had about 700 to 800 people in this NFT community. I was just fucking around with shit transparently. And next thing you know, I had an NFT community. And then I was like, you know what, we're going to launch a token. And Clanker came along and was like, hey, we're going to make launching a token like easier than Pump Fun. You can just do it right from the feed. So I was like, hey, Clanker, launch a token for this NFT project called Dig. Can you dig it? And here's this cute little rabbit. And then like people bought it. And I was like, okay, so I have like a loyalty now. I have like people I've got to like do stuff for. And of course, Ethereum, because we're a Uniswap V3 project, Waller liquidity pool, which is one of the holders, and it's like 70%, 60% held by the liquidity pool, which a lot of people don't understand still, which is amazing. It's not like I own that 60%. That's just Uniswap's protocol of the LP. We move with Ethereum. So unfortunately, Ethereum dumped, we dump a little bit less because we've pooled so much Dig now. In any case, I'm like, oh my God, I have this thing. I have like NFTs. I have like a community. What do I do? And I was like, okay, I own a marketing agency. I have since 2017. I've been in the space for a long time, launching ICOs back in the day, however you felt about them. Sucked a lot of liquidity out of the market, but I got to see how these projects were born and bred and developed. Helped launch Elastos. I was a community manager mod out of college, which fucking sucked. I was like in their telegrams before there were bots, before there was all this fancy shit to manage a community. And I was like the guy, and it sucked. I hated it. Anyways, it taught me a lot about marketing. I started my own company. I ended up buying out that company that I worked for many years later. We got to run ads with Floyd Mayweather promoting like Hubi Coin. We had a shit ton of successful ICOs. Long story short, I get the space. I understand nomadic technology, communities, managing these, wrangling these assholes and investors together to just like make stuff happen and work. So, Dig's born and bred. I'm like, I need AI. I'm like, okay, I need AI. I have this marketing agency with a lot of programmers, like 10 devs, full stack, ready to do stuff for me and have fun. So basically, I'm like, all right, let's make an agent. Let's not use virtuals, protocol, or anything. Let's just build it from scratch. Because years ago, I had developed something that could have went toe-to-toe with virtuals, very much so. And now I'm kind of redeploying it exclusively for Dig. So what our agent is going to do is it's going to buy and sell directly in Farcaster, eventually in the next feed, pulling in API data from Gecko Terminal, from and sentiment analysis from X. So it's just going to be this brainchild AI bot that's like, here's the market sentiment, here's what the technical analysis says, and it's actually going to trade. It's going to control its own wallet. I'm going to give it like $80 to start, maybe $80 a day eventually, and just see what it does. All of its profits are going to roll up into Dig. So that's the super short of the long of what is for the people that just want to bounce in and out. But there's a million things we can unpack here. Market cap aside, it sucks to be at a 60K market cap for something, but it's kind of the base way. A lot of things on base pump. Proxy Studios, the creators of Clanker, or Deployer for Banker, promote stuff. Jesse Pollock promotes stuff. It pumps, it comes back down, people build, they figure it out. I never really pumped. I'm kind of just figuring it out, which also gives immense upside to this. So I've locked all my liquidity, my direct liquidity. I think 4%, 4 or 5% treasury is all locked. So I'm just here building in the open, trying to have fun with my degenerate friends. If anything becomes of it, great. If nothing becomes of it, great. But the agent's going to be cool. It's going to be a shit talker on socials. It's going to be degenerate grinding out there. Thank you, $100 buyer. Let's go. And we're just going to play it year by year, do this. Because like to get into a virtualist project, you're seeing like 3, 4, 5 million market caps instantly. We're seeing that 60. You can own 1% of our token for $600, which is just fucking crazy because this thing's going to be ruthless. And that's the short of it, guys. I know I just talked a whole lot for you, bro.
Well, and awesome. So the people that can take that and walk away with it, awesome. They're good. I will say that I am probably way on the other side of like beginner side of like, hey, that's awesome. That sounds great. I'm ready to buy, and I'm going to ask you a million questions about it too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to the beginning of what you were saying about,
of course,
anybody who is sitting here watching and has meme coins and Sol in their wallet. How are they? You said bridge to base ETH. Is it bridging? Are they swapping? What are you talking about?
So yeah, bridging is moving from one L1 to another, and essentially base an L2, of course. So you have to get now between those and then to the second layer. Bridging is that, but swapping is what we all know of, moving Sol to our shitcoins. In Phantom, they just said fuck it, it's all swapping. So you just go to Sol and you click swap, and you'll see at the top. Granted, you're not a Phantom. Granted, you're not a Photon wallet in Phantom. Don't do that. Try anything else. Do your own custom wallet there, and you can just swap Sol to bridge to ETH or base ETH, or there's one other layer one in there, and I don't think it's Bitcoin. There's one other one. Anyways, it's a swap, and now you can swap. I wish you could swap Sol to a base meme. That's what I keep yelling at Phantom on X. Like, just make it happen. Just figure out how to make this happen because it'll change everything. Base will have so much liquidity. But anyways, you can just swap Sol to base ETH. It takes maybe a minute or two because the protocol swaps it to USDC. It sells the USDC and then buys back base ETH. All for you and very low network fee. I don't know how it works. But it does all that where you used to have to go to an exchange, sell that shit, buy this shit. Now it's just a couple motions, boom, you can buy base memes and you don't have to hold ETH. That's what's great. You can buy base memes and you don't have to hold ETH.
When I started looking into this, and the very first thing was like, oh, it's an Ethereum coin. And I was like, oh, but I can't buy $20 worth because then it's going to cost me $40.
No.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go through this process. You had like some steps there on the website, and I was like, that's cool. and it wasn't bad. A couple of pennies, and I got my base E and my dig.
So that's the goal. I mean, I need to refresh that with the Phantom instructions for sure, because that's like just made it so much easier. And it was only recently. I was just like fucking around one day, and I found that I was like, oh, thank you, Phantom.
I did do the Coinbase wallet part, and it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. Well, even Coinbase, we're a base meme, and it doesn't show our price sometimes. There's a lot of meme coins that like Coinbase doesn't support you. It's like, why? Why is Phantom the one supporting your chain's tokens? Come on, Coinbase. Coinbase needs to list more memes, which they will. So I'm a degen, but I'm also midterm investor. I don't hold a whole lot of stables, anything like that. But degenerate here, KeyCat's going to get listed. Dog and Me is going to get listed. You're going to see big base memes listed on Coinbase. Ski Mask Dog. Toshi was the start. Toshi, which, I don't know, 20x after listing news. Which, by the way, sell that shit when the listing news comes out. Don't let it list and then expect it to go up. So that's my advice. And we're going to get there. Fuck it. We're going to get there.
And I did not mention that nothing you hear here is financial advice, at least not from me, and probably not from you either.
No.
Just so we get that out of the way. I didn't say that last time, so let's not get sued. However that works.
Yeah.
Farcaster, let me jump back to that. Is that like, that's where this was all born from?
Yeah, so this crypto-centric blockchain heavy base community on Farcaster. It's like an X, but it kind of has some form of channels and feed combination, but they have frames integrated. So think of like you can do things, you can mint NFTs, you can buy tokens, you can play games on Farcaster in stream with each other, which you can't really do in X pending, because you can also buy in Farcaster with BankerBot. BankerBot is a Clanker launch as well. Flew up to 30 million. I think it's down at like 10 or 11 million now market cap. Banker allows you to buy and sell in feed. So, hey, Banker, buy me $10 in Dig, and it'll go do that. That's how Dig's going to trade. It's going to trade through Banker, TAing from CoinGecko, sentiment analysis from X, make buys on Farcaster, and then flip all of its profits into Dig. So hopefully it's a good buyer. I have a good set of filters that I'm bullish on that work decent for me. Buying and selling ranges, everything like that. Give it, $50 to start, $80 to start, and see what it does. But a Farcaster is a good community. If you want nothing to do with base, don't go there. I mean, it's just all base. Solana is not prevalent. It's also kind of hard to invite collaboration, and a few are winning very big on the platform, where X, anybody can kind of make it. Anybody can kind of raid. Farcaster, it is a little more, I guess you could say, uptight in some ways. Like now I'm like, why would I really go there since I've launched? But once Wealth Rabbit, who is the AI agent controlled by the Dig framework, is there and posting and TAing, I think it'll get more engaged. So it's good to start on. It's good to build a community around, but we're not full force on it like we used to be. Just with the raw possibility on X. People are nonstop looking for shit on X.
Sure. And then it sounds like there's just as many people looking for stuff on Farcaster, which I've never heard of until now.
Yeah, valid.
I mean, it's cool. So the idea of like the ownership of your identity on that platform, kind of, I think that's a more of like a long-term feeling to that. Like I can just say whatever I got.
And that's base though. That's base though, in a nutshell, is Solana. We expect we're 4 to 5x on a pump and we're out. If something has real mimetic properties, maybe we hang around. Base, you see people like grinding. There's CTO culture, but it's not. It's more. It's mid and long term centric. So the Dick Butt went from, I watched Dick Butt go from 50K market cap to 30 million. Watching it, not buying as much as I should. And yeah, it's leveled off at 5 million now, but Dick Butt on Sol would have dumped and been $0, like you do find some common ground there. At least I see with base. I'm not day trading base. I'm taking profits on stuff, but I'm following people that I trust and I think are builders. And that's what base is really based around. Of course, it loses some mimetic possibility. If you guys follow Murad, you'll say like utility limits the possibility of a meme coin from going to billions. Mog type, Mudang type, RIP Mudang, sorry. Like that's the culture I think you see behind Base. And as this bull continues, I think you'll see Base take a solid foundation, but stop holding Ethereum.
Yeah, I mean, Ethereum's kind of just been sitting there like a lame duck there for a little while.
Legit.
So you mentioned Clanker too, and we kind of just like went right by that, but that's the coin
deployer,
furnace, so to speak.
It's like I don't want to say more elegant pump fun. There's no like tables. It's not easy to filter and see you can see what's getting deployed new. But the thing with Clanker is like big influencers or people with like a really sick idea will deploy in the feed in Farcaster, which you can deploy straight to Clanker natively as well now through Clank Fun. Clank Fun is like a way to see Clankers via market cap or what's hot. It's a deployer in its purest sense, but it's an AI like deployer. It's ingesting what the person wants to deploy, and it's instant to the DEX. You don't have to hit a bonding curve. You're instantly on the DEX with the image that you decided. You can claim that DEX quickly. However, you have a thick Uniswap V3 liquidity pool, which is like 30,000, 35K. So your market cap looks great to start. It looks like you have great liquidity to start, but you have to buy out that liquidity pool to break it. So I think it's like 150K. I'm not sure with current price of Ethereum. You have to basically break that. So now we move with Ethereum, which sucks, which is why we got dinged a little bit. I was up chilling at 80K easily as a floor. And then Ethereum goes from 3,600 to 2,500, 2,600, 28, wherever it is today. So that's a downside of it, but anybody can go deploy. If you have a Ethereum wallet or a Farcaster account, you can just rapid pace. And there are people just shooting off stuff, but there's like a little bit more of a filter than Pump, if you will, because of this Base identity. People know when a bad meme's not going to win, kind of. Or if you're a huge KOL, it's pegged to your Farcaster account. So you can see, big person deployed big token. You don't have to wait for their X post about it, which is kind of cool.
Gotcha. Okay. So you can kind of be ahead of the game if you're.
Yeah, and people just watch that and they sit on that. But then Ethereum just like kind of nuked Base a little bit as well. So it'll rebound. I think we'll see big Base memes. Base as an identity needs to move away from derivatives. Based fart coin, based butthole. Like come on, based flog. Like, guys, just make. That's what we did here. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make this dig thing. It's gonna be a rabbit. It's gonna be an animal meme coin, nomadic community, and then it's gonna have an AI too. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna touch on every trend with this token and be original though.
Well, was this like the first coin that you started?
That was the first coin I had ever deployed, and now of course we have. Our little community has deployed a few others, and we're going to have others on Solana because we're like, fuck it. We also like to make money too. Just shitcoins. So Rugs R Us on Sol RRU, an incredible, also low cap, fun buy that you may as well just because who likes getting fucking rugged? Nobody. Tired and the rugs. That's what Rugs R Us stands for, and it's fucking hilarious. So anyways.
You can't be rugged if you are the rug.
Exactly. And like I said, I'm a business owner, a marketing agency owner. Like we're all about building stuff. So websites are always like balling. Social memes are always balling. The community behind Diggs builds some fire fucking art. Like the website is super unique. I'm super proud of how that came out.
Throw that website out real quick. What is it?
Digonbase.com. DIGONBASE.com. So definitely do that. Nellick said, "What the hell is this?"
I like it. It looks cool. It's got the memes. It's got the explanation of everything. I admire the things that have like kind of an inspiration behind them. Like, we're gonna do more than just whatever. Like, we're gonna do more than just be the rabbit. It's gonna also, do extra. So I appreciate
Rabbit extra, Rabbit plus.
So there's a bunch of questions here about like creation and design. You make it sound so easy. Go on Clanker and say a couple things, and poof, it pops out.
Yeah,
that easy, right?
Yeah, legit. Yeah, I mean, it's arguably easier than Pump, and it's weird that you haven't seen more influx of it. I think there's just soul heads that are stuck there. Yeah, it's easy. Hey, I want to make a token. Boom, it's there. And I think. You kind of do have to buy in, though. I don't know if there's a way to send supply yet to a wallet. Like on Pump, you can immediately buy in whatever amount. You can throw us all at your own project, and then you have your dev allocation. I'm not sure if Clanker V4 or whatever has that, but it might.
Yeah, so that goes back to like the whole creation part where you were talking about like there was X amount in a liquidity pool and you had to buy it out. Are you saying you need to have a bunch of money to start this off, or you're just kind of like, hey, I throw in some and it just kind of poofs into a bunch more that I have to kind of make happen?
Yeah, great question. No, you have to create money by via buys. So you liquidate the liquidity pool, 30, 35K, as you get enough buys, but sells hurt buys. So you need to complete it. It's like okay, on Pump Fund you need to hit $100,000 in market cap to go to Radium. Imagine if you were just on Radium, but you're on Radium, but you have to complete a bottom curve as well. It's instant deployment, but they're fronting you the money essentially. It's locked. You can't touch it. Pump Fund, they lock 6K that you can't touch. And so it's just that. It's a way to, I don't know why it's 35K. I don't know why it's not just 6K or 2K, because there has to be some liquidity for buys and sells. But yeah, it's kind of cool. You're like, oh, I launched a token and it has 35K liquidity. Like, let's go. But every buy in then is kind of exponential. So I think I put in like $1,000 or $2,000 to start, which is locked. Other friends put in several thousand, and then to get to 100 was sick. 60 is kind of like, we could do better. But Wealth Rabbit, the AI agent, can just lift it itself if it trades well. If it trades like shit, I'm fucked. But if it trades well, it's just gonna buy it up this market cap.
I do hear horror stories about people setting up bots and it just instantly drains their entire wallet with just fees and fees and fees. And it's like, oh, I didn't do it right.
Yeah.
So I would probably never touch that kind of thing, but I'll be very interested to watch you do it.
Yeah, and so the Wealth Rabbit agent will have a terminal. It's going to be super hacker. It's going to look like the Matrix terminal where you can see its logic, why it's buying something, why it's tweeting something. It's going to tweet. It's going to post on our Telegram, and it'll be in Farcaster. So it's actually cross-platform with a central neural net. So it's going to remember if someone mentions something on Farcaster, it's going to be able to talk shit to that same person on X if they mentioned that it was that name. So it's cross-platform. It's only on X right now. It's just trying to make fucking any sense of stuff. We're tuning its language. It's not super weird and awkward, which is a huge step because a lot of AI is just super weird.
Yes.
Its first tweet was, "Hi, this is my third tweet." Its first tweet was, "This was my third tweet." Its next 4 tweets were, "Buy pudgy penguins." So it's just like, yo, what, dude? Come on. You're supposed to shill dig and don't buy pudgy penguins. And it's just so funny. Because it was ingesting some data that led it there. Now it's just about more conditions. And we did a lot with endpoints. So you can get 60 to 70 endpoints from Gecko Terminal, CoinGecko, historic price, current price, ticker, contract address, if a coin has a social media. So we're going to set up all the parameters for all of these. And then it can also be like, hey, we've identified a potential rug. All these whales own this token. Don't buy this. Or, this is a great buy. Like, ooh, watch this. This is on like Dig Watch. But it's also going to be like vehemently Rabbit branded. Everything is going to be about digging and just like this cute persona that it has, of course, because we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if not. So that's what it does. But it'll also be for dig holders can access its terminal and use it and maybe eventually trade through it. So that's the goal. It's like, okay, it's buying and selling dig on its own, or it's buying dig, hopefully with the profits it's rolling in. But like to give a dig holder, to evangelize dig holders with it as a tool is the ultimate goal. So giving that matrixy terminal that it is processing through kind of, and it's just using the guts of OpenAI like so many of these do. We may pivot to Claude, like Virtuals is on. DeepSeek, a little sketchy, shut down. Maybe we employ some opportunities there. We will be AI agnostic, if you will.
Are these trades going to be public? Like people be able to follow along?
Well, it's on the blockchain. Its wallet is public.
Oh, sure.
So I'm sure there's going to be trackers of it eventually if it's crushing it. But it's going to post to buy. Banker Bot is a very successful Clanker, also Farcaster project by a guy named Deployer. guy or girl, not sure. And it does quite well. It's like I said, I shot up to 30 million. Probably an underrated buy right now at 11 million. I think DeFi as a whole, there's no base specific project, so shameless plug there for that because that is a bag boost for me. Any case, you can buy native in feed, so you can say in Forecaster, "Hey banker, buy me $5 a dig." That's how it's going to buy. That's how Dig's just going to buy native in feed. So it's ingesting all this data from all these places, buying in Forecaster, so you can watch it there. Banker is also working on rolling out its technology in X, so you can trade native in X. So somebody posts something, a KOL posts something. If your X is linked to your banker, you can say, "Hey banker, buy me this coin that this KOL just posted." So it's going to be grossly misused, of course, just the nature of that. People are just getting ape shit they shouldn't be aping, but also
drunk and just buy a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean?
In Twitter, yeah, just Twitter feed. So that's how Wealth Rabbit's going to buy. It's going to buy in feed.
Oh my gosh! All right. Oh well. So on my end, I've just been looking at things like Telegram bots and stuff like that. So you're saying AI agents, and I'm like Photon, like Bull X?
No,
those
like
aren't
fully autonomous. It'll be
own
gated. I'm going to stop it 8 times, but it's making the call on its own discretion. It's making the buy on its own discretion, and it's TA. It's doing trend analysis from projects. So it's only going to trade base to start. Maybe later it can trade Solana stuff. I don't know that banker can trade Solana. In any case, it might just control its own wallet someday and not trade in feed. And but like I think BullX, I think BonkBot, I think Good Morning, Good Night can auto trade for you. You can copy trade wallets. You can also be like, okay, new token launched 5 minutes ago, hit 80K market cap, sell it at 150. Like you can set this up. That's how it's going to trade. It's going to say, okay, new coin reached this market cap range. It has this number of holders. Okay, snipe the shit out of that. If it crashes, sell it at this stop loss. If it improves, sell it there. So it could be trading on autopilot. We've either created a monster or something that's just going to crash and burn. So
I was going to say, how long before the AI gets angry at the irrationality of something?
I still control its secret key, so I can still stop it. I still V1. I still have to approve the trade. So I'm going to sit there a few days and be like, okay, do this. It'll notify me, hey, I want to make this trade. Do it.
Okay.
Hey, I want to make this sell. Do it. And then
it.
Yeah, because I mean, we don't have endless money. We have some money to fund it, but not endless.
Sounds fun. It sounds like this will be a whole project unto itself. And damn, if that part works.
Well, that's what's the super interesting is we've just created now a framework that hopefully, maybe not maximally bullish for Dig on that side, but like Wealth Rabbit is the first version. Now we've just created a framework that's cooler than virtuals and doesn't demand a crazy bonding curve or launch sequence, that you can have an agent. So it's like, oh shit, forever ago, before we made this, we had a potential company that was based around a LLM framework, and it's like, oh, do we make some kind of deployment tool for people to have their own agents? Where Dig and a very successful, hopefully, Wealth Rabbit was the first. It is something to consider. I'm just not launching anything on base ever again, so it would be Solana. But that'd be kind of cool too. It's like, oh, whatever chain you're on, we're chain agnostic. All things, man, just steady cooking. What can we do? That's the cool thing though about base. I will say, the Solana, you get a lot of meme pump and dump. People on base, some are really genuinely trying to build tech and DeFi, like tools and applications, forward trading. So you've got to like pass the sniff test and to be able to get there. You don't see people coming out the gates with that stuff.
Base ETH is like the mature grad student.
Yeah. Might have an MBA.
Yeah. The Solana is just the teenager.
Dude, dropout. Total dropout. Total 16-year-old with a Lambo.
Throw me back to you said virtuals. I've heard this word virtuals. Half of my audience, I guarantee, doesn't know what virtuals is. I don't know. Tell me, what is it?
Virtuals protocol. Virtuals. I don't know what their market cap sits at today. Maybe 1.5 billion, maybe 1 billion. Top 50 coin, I'd say. I think
the coin. Okay.
Yeah. So they might be a layer 3 off of base. Virtuals is a pump fund for AI agents. They've developed their own set of APIs to help you deploy a personality of an agent who can shill you on X, be in your Telegram, maybe. It can also live stream. The agent can also live stream for you, but you've got to hit a bonding curve. So you've got to hit, I don't know if it's 40,000 or 100,000 virtuals, which at $1 is $100,000. So very close market cap to pump fund. You have to raise enough virtuals. You can swap base to virtuals to just like you can swap to dig to then buy in to these quote unquote pump fund-esque AI agents. But the agent doesn't come to life until you hit that bonding curve, in which case it can just mass shell on X for you. The API is also available, so you can use the agent for other applications like we're doing with Dig, like buying, selling, and trading. I'm already launched. So if I wanted to deploy a virtuals agent, which we explored, I would have to invest the 100,000 virtuals, $100,000 to deploy it through it. So I was like, fuck that. I'm going to build it for like, I don't know, this is probably costing me 10, 15 grand, my agency over time to build out everything for this. So yeah, I'm going to do that and just own it. But in any case, virtuals is a deployer pegged to base on the virtual coin. You get your own token on base after you hit their bonding curve, in which case Crow was a recent big one that dumped, CR0W. And you always see Crow buy virtuals. You'll see, what are some other ones that are coming to mind? Oh, AIXBT. So we're framing a lot of what we do off AIXBT, which is like the purple hacker Pepe. Dude, it is the most organic X page. It's an AI agent and it crushes it. Its feed is fire. It talks like you and I would talk to each other in conversation. It is learned up. It is machine learned to shit to just have fluid conversation. And it's just an AI and it's in the X feed having a blast. It was at $500 million market cap recently. It may have just got crushed, but that's a virtuals project. That's the biggest virtuals project. And it's just fucking crazy what's out there. And we've created something, I think, to maintain AIXBT, they're saying it costs a fuck ton of money. Like, I don't know if it's millions, maybe hundreds of thousands, at least tens of thousands, because it's ingesting so much data from X, from the terminals and all these places. That's the real thing. That's why when NVIDIA wins, because we need these processing power to support this AI. In any case, it's just an animal. I highly recommend looking at AIXBT. We're like a mini version of that, just trying to have fun. But it's interactive with us. You can tag it, and it'll say shit back to you. I was like, yo, AIXBT, what do you think of Wealth Rabbit? And I gave it its alpha. And it was like, it ignored me, and it said Wealth Rabbit, like, we should talk. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, shit. So that's virtuals. I mean, I'm not buying and selling anything on virtuals. I have friends that are bullish. AI stuff has been up and down. I think it'll have a good run this year, but that's why we're an animal meme AI coin. You know, we're everything.
Won't I'll be doomsday sayer here. Won't these bots eventually like copy each other and say, well, that was successful, and then they'll just eventually merge into like, well, this is the ultimate bot thing to do?
So funny you asked that, because I think it's been restricted in their code and their core base, because Aether is a Clanker launched AI agent. So someone launched Aether on Farcaster to be a Clanker project, the first AI. And then Aether and another bot launched Loom, L-U-M, which is now a completely AI launched token that shot up to like 40 million in market cap, maybe 30, and it's back down to like 3 or 4. And now it's a CTO, and it's like, yo, AI
is it just other AI bots buying it? What's happening?
AI agents launched their own token with an AI deployer, Clanker, and it's just like, and people fucking ate it up. So that AIXBT is the only. Oh, AIXBT launched. Excuse me. One, and now it'll say, if you ask it, can you deploy a token? It was like, no, I only launched one. Chaos was a token that ran to, I don't know what it ran to, maybe a couple hundred million, maybe 50 million, and launched by AIXBT, and then it just got shot down to shit after. But yes, AI, okay, yeah, Chaos on its first day shot to 34.5 mil, down to 2 million. But launched by AIXBT, I don't know how, maybe on X somehow, some way. The framework, though, is what's really important, that there can be mass deployment of tokens. And if all of these bots like Wealth Rabbit are just buying new stuff, it's safe to say that there can be a completely AI meme community, like clusterfuck.
Wow. I feel like at some point I am going to be doing an interview with an AI.
Yeah.
And then one day I'll just be
You might be right now.
Hold on, let me close my door really quick.
Yeah,
Your dog's
cool.
gonna go nuts. Feel free to say whatever.
I'll say whatever I want. Everything about Dig is on our website, Roadmap Alpha, digonbase.com. Super crazy, hardcore website. It's awesome. It's exploratory. Choose your own adventure. Maybe we're making mini games someday. A lot of alpha there, though, in any case, on the website. We've had partnerships with VC-backed New York City funds, companies trying technology, using us as kind of a guinea pig. Because I'm here, I'm in the open, I'm accessible. How many projects do you jump into that are just like, oh, well, that sucks. Like, I don't know anything about this guy. This guy's going to rug me. So I'm here. I own very legitimate businesses. I'm available. I've been in the space for a long time. We're building, having fun. We're on base. There will be a lot more to come of this. I'm not stopping no matter what the market cap is. If we make a $5 million token because our bot just trades really fucking well, that'd be dope. But if we get to 500, 700K, I think that's a lot to stand on. We haven't dumped because of holders. Our floor is very strong, actually. We've only hit recent downturn because of Ethereum and the liquidity pool there. But once I get to 150K, that's done, and we can be kind of, isolated there. So that's where we're at.
I mean, it sounds like you get there. You've got the drive.
Yeah.
The know-how.
Fucking around. Find out.
You were talking about the AI, and I was like, one of my questions on here that's like kind of just a standard question is like, tell me about the development team. And I'm like, one day that's just not going to be a question at all. So, and you're going to be like, yeah, I told Clanker to do this thing, and that was it.
Yeah, that's crazy you say that, because the framework. So I built this framework with my team. Not a programmer, very much so a strategist, but I understand coding languages, databases. I had a hefty run with a healthcare technology company as a CMO for 7 years. So I worked with a lot of developers building up technology, and I understand the space, at least in more antiquated frameworks from PHP to MySQL databases, and now the evolution of those with a lot of JS frameworks. So I've seen the kind of growth of technology in the last decade, and I can see where this can go. And about 2 years ago, 2.5, before OpenAI, we were developing a language model that could learn for businesses to be their chatbot. Of course, OpenAI kind of squashed that, but we built this framework that was like, oh, I can put my chatbot here. It can kind of do some marketing here. Oh, maybe it can build a framework for a website. So now it was like full circle. So I don't know how high this agent can go after its trading model, but the goal is to make it a Web3 application more than, and Web3 and fintech, like, we're not going to be isolated to a cryptocurrency, a swap from Base. Like, the whole framework can very much so benefit a doctor's office, a ride share company. There's going to be something here that's expandable beyond just this mimetic thing that it is. So that's where it can get really fucking cool, when you get exposure outside of memes and, of course, Web3 to like real world application. Of course, though, that utility can kind of hinder. It gives you a growth cap. So we're kind of in that rock and a hard place where we want to be a fucking crazy hellbent meme that's just fun and doing crazy shit, but you don't want to get limited by your own utility. Isn't that fucked up?
What? I don't understand that part. Wouldn't utility help? We want utility, right?
Yeah, as you see, but the biggest runners of the cycles, what is Doge's utility? What is Pepe's utility? What is Moog's utility? Like, there's no cap without utility.
Huh.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I honestly go back to, what is any coin's utility besides not being dollars?
A meme. And that's what Mursat, the guy that maybe started this cycle, if you will, his token 2049, 2045 speech about all altcoins are memes, even utility coins are memes. And anyways, go watch that, because he explains it. And I'd love to have that be a problem. So, I'll tackle that when I get there.
We got like 15 minutes left. I don't know if anybody happens to be watching and happens to want to put something into the chat. What? Go ahead. What's up?
It says 10 people are watching. So.
Okay, so if anybody's got a question and you want to type it into the chat, we've got Kata who will pass the message along. We'll get to it. So I just want to throw that out there, but we're not done yet. Let's see. How about, all right, you talked about community. How did you get kind of community together? Was this all just Farcaster related?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So I was down and out from crypto. Let's see. What year are we in? 2025, 2024. 2023, at a previous business, a colleague brought me back in because Solana was at $2 after its crash. And I was like fucking holding on to my britches. I had, minimal Ethereum. I had maybe some XRP, a little bit of Bitcoin, probably more than anything. Just like, fuck this shit vibe. This had to be the beginning of 2023. A friend was like, yo, now you should be buying. Like, this is bear market, like 2023, 2022. One of those years. The prices will tell you what year that was in.
Oh, yeah.
And, he was like, you got to get back in. You got to buy Pepe. Pepe was the first thing he got me back into. I was like, all right, I don't know shit about memes, but I've been in this space for a long time. I ran a lot of communities. I helped raise a lot of ICO money. And so I was like, all right, let's get back in. So I started throwing stuff at Pepe, started throwing stuff at stupid shit like Thorchain, Rune. Base came along, and I started buying a shit ton of NFTs. That shit was booming. I'm one of the first. Okay, so before that, in any case, he got me back into buying. Farcaster comes out, and I'm like, yo, I'm on this shit. Like, let's go. There's other people that are like me that have been fucking squashed by the industry. And then DGen launches. DGen launches as a tipping coin on Farcaster, and people are just handing out a buck of DGen here, a buck of DGen there. DGen 100Xs. And I'm like, yo, I'm really back. I'm like, let's fucking go. Like, I just, I'm in this. Like, I'm tipping DGen. I'm receiving DGen. It's booming. DGen crashes. I'm like, fuck, I'm out again. I round-tripped way too much of that shit. I sold a little bit, enough to make it fun. In any case, there's an NFT collection called On-Chain Gaia's top base NFT collection out there. I managed to get 10 of them. Each of them sell for 4 ETH now. I sold a lot. I also hold one of the top 500 ones, which get 5 ETH offers all the time. So I'm like in it now. I'm like, all right, I'm fucking slinging NFTs. I love base. I've got a community. I'm like, yo, let's launch an NFT so I can PFP out my friends. Like, I want all my friends to have my PFP. So that was Carrots. If you go to Base Chain on OpenSea or Magic Eden or any marketplace, you go to base, you type in Carrots, it'll be the first one. That's the NFT collection. It's still minting out. I think I launched this 3-4 months ago. Anyways, it built a community. There's 1,000 holders of it. And it's fun. It made enough money for me to then invest in the becomings of Dig. It was always on the roadmap of Carrots, 6900carrots.com. There's going to be 6,900 if we mint out some one-of-ones. And super cheap. I think they're 30, 40 cents right now. That built me my community. That built 700 to 800 people that are like, yo, I fuck with this. I'm like, okay, let's go. And then launched a token. So immediately had people that wanted to buy. Some people blinged out with the PFP. Farcaster, like I said, my involvement there has come and gone. But anyways, this all got me full swing back into the community. Now I got DGens from the Choctopus gang that are in there that I'm in the trenches with every day. I think I did quite well on trade last week. Not all the friends did. Sorry about Luna. We're all just calling shit. We're making stuff. Like I said, we have the Rugs R Us project we launched. Someone just launched Payroll yesterday, which is a jab at the Politico, USAID, whatever funds that Politico is just receiving from the government that Doge stopped. So that's it. What's that? Payroll, Rugs R Us. Dig, of course, is the baby. Development. Everything else is mimetic. But of course, we'll have follow me on X, past the Dutcher. That's me. That's a Carrots meme. That's my X.
Yeah.
And always launching and making calls. I know some of the Dig communities may be bad that I don't show Dig as much, but it's because I'm building. It's really Dig is the builder project, and that's kind of the base way. I'm going to be making bullshit calls. I'm going to be losing money, but we're going to make some money along the way too, maybe. So that's what I'm doing.
I'm hearing accumulate Dig.
Yeah. Definitely accumulate Dig. Yeah. I think it's such a low floor, and you can see that we've only been fucked by Ethereum itself. So fuck Ethereum. When Ethereum returns, Ethereum ends this cycle at 4 or 5K. There's no fucking way. And this cycle is not over. Not NFA, of course. I still think the ceiling for ETH is 10, 12, maybe 15 this cycle still. It hasn't helped its case recently, but I think there's so much transaction volume through Base that Base can save. Ethereum, Coinbase can save it all by listing these fucking memes. Binance is listing all the soul shit and making all the money. Coinbase just needs to list the memes and we're good. And that's it, man. That's how we do it. Accumulate Dig for sure, because it's a builder project. I can't dunk on you because all the treasury is locked, and the people that have held and keep holding are holding for a reason. So buy meme coins with me on Sol, buy Dig for sure.
Hell yeah, man. I bought a little bit of Dig. I'm inspired to buy a little bit more after this.
Hey, let's go, bro.
Yeah. All right.
You got to put that Ethereum to work. So here's the thing. Holding this floor is exponential over holding any Ethereum, because we'll move up with Ethereum at the same rate because of our liquidity pool, maybe a little less. But every buy on Dig makes it exponential. So if you sell right now, if Ethereum goes up and you sell Dig, our number goes up if it's exponentially more. So it's like inverse tokenomics because of our fat liquidity pool for now. So it's like less. If there's like no risk of holding Ethereum, there's risk of holding Ethereum. There's lesser risk of putting it right into Dig.
Interesting. I like how that works. That's funny.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
For ETH, yeah, fucking ETH.
Bro, if I had a company, I would want you marketing for me, because you're great at explaining things.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I talk to people all day. This is like the 5th meeting, if you will, of the day, but I get to be more natural. I'm selling people all day on marketing services, SEO, social media, content creation. So this part comes easy.
Well, if you want to co-host an AMA show, let me know.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Good shit.
We'll make the agent like somehow do some crazy shit in the chat.
Oh man, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, have an agent like co-host. Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down for whatever. We'll talk offline.
All right, bro. It's been a
Good
pleasure.
shit. So thank you, Dutch. Thanks everybody for watching. Last chance to throw out a question if you got one. It's digonbase.com. Please go buy some. And Coin Hunt Crew is right here. So like it, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thanks, Dutch, for being here.
All right. Adios. Thank you.
Take care, and we'll see you guys next time.